Good morning, Bobcats! I'm Isabella Bernabeo, your entertainment editor for this school year.
And I'm Lulu Horne, not your entertainment editor for this school year.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of The Sage.
Shaii.
For this week's show, we have a piece about this year's Alter Club Rush.
We'll be taking a deeper look into how ambiguity about future plans can cause student anxiety.
And an update on school sports.
First off, we have Nancie Huang-Ball and Lopez talking about the changes we will see in the upcoming Club Rush.
Let's get into it.
What's up, Bobcats? As you can see behind me is the Academic Mall, where our annual beloved Club Rush event takes place every year. This year, it's happening next week. By setting up booths and making posters, clubs can showcase what they have to offer. It's like a market, but with clubs for you to potentially sign up for and get involved with. Now sending it off to Benz for some extra information.
In order to alleviate the stress of COVID spread, the yearly event, which in normal circumstances would have been a single day, is being stretched out to a week. As compared to a day, this will mitigate congestion and make crowd control simpler. For clubs, this means more opportunity to link up with the student body, potentially getting more intimate interactions with interested individuals.
Now that we're back in person, there are so many clubs up and running again, as well as new clubs starting up, meaning lots of opportunities. And we have all kinds of clubs, from clubs like National Honor Society, Model UN, debate clubs, to clubs like Dungeons & Dragons, gardening, jazz, and many, many more. For more details on what clubs will be active this year, go to the ASB department on the Sage Creek website. So have fun exploring all the clubs. This has been Nancie Huang-Ball and Benzrussel Lopez. Now back to the anchors.
Wow, it'll be nice to have Club Rush again. Are you thinking about joining any clubs this year?
Maybe. I'm sure there'll be some great clubs to look at on the 13th.
For sure. Up next, we have Leo investigating the uncertainties that come with life after high school and the anxiety it can cause.
For many students here at Sage Creek, now is the time of year to face the future. While seniors type deep into the night, juniors begin considering the mechanics of the application process. It is a time-honored tradition, fraught with uncertainty, though mostly of the good variety. Unfortunately, this year, COVID-19 and the instability it caused has touched that bright uncertainty with a bit of darkness. Clinical psychologist Dr. Simmons believes that this instability may compound pre-existing fears about the future.
Well, I think, uncertainty has always been the main thing that kind of drives anxiety. And especially as kids, teenagers get closer to graduating, this anxiety kind of ramps up because they almost realize, hey, look, I'm almost 18, I'm almost an adult, stuff gets real right now. And they put a lot of pressure on themselves and sometimes from their parents too, but I see a lot more internal pressure, just this idea that I have to be successful. And I think COVID's made it a little bit more uncertain to figure out how to be successful.
With respect to older, pre-COVID fears, the idea of success and the steps needed to achieve it often stand head and shoulders above other concerns in terms of perceived importance. However, it is worth challenging our own notion of success before chasing it uncritically.
And a lot of people derive success from what society expects to be successful, make a lot of money, have a high prestigious type of job, go to a prestigious four-year university, all those types of things, which, while great, don't necessarily guarantee any level of happiness or even just stability in the long term, just because you kind of check these random kind of boxes.
Often, our desires are nudged in certain directions by social and cultural norms. The best antidote to this is to ask yourself, what do you truly value? Sage Creek counselor Mrs. Carraza believes that students should seek out different experiences that might help them find an answer to that question.
I'd love young people to explore, see the world if they can. I mean, a study abroad would be great, but sometimes it's giving service through national parks or conservation forces just to see and be around others and be in different regions. I mean, even within the United States, there's so many different opportunities that exist. And you won't know what potentially is out there unless you ask questions and try different things out. It's not a simple answer, and I think it's always just willing to try new things and then being open to the opportunities when they present themselves. There's something to be learned in every single situation.
It's okay to not know or to still be searching for an answer to that question of, what do you value? There is no one path to your definition of success, and though this segment must come to a close, our desires, our values, and the cards we hold in life are ever changing. So I guess I'll just have to leave you with a...
Thanks, Leo. If you or someone you know might be struggling with any of these issues, please reach out to a teacher or trusted adult.
Absolutely. And here's another Sage Creek sports update from Austin.
Hello, I'm Austin. It's time for another quick sports update. Kicking it off, girls field hockey won 1-0 against Mission Hills. Yesterday they played against Mount Carmel, and this Friday they look forward to playing SDA. Next up, our girls volleyball team fought hard and lost against Carlsbad, 1-3 in sets. Upcoming today, girls will play against Canyon Crest at home, and on Friday against Classical Academy. Boys and girls varsity cross country have a big meet in Seattle for the Hole in the Wall event this Saturday. We are sending our luck. Yesterday, girls tennis played against LCC, and then we'll play CCA tomorrow. Lastly, girls golf went up against El Camino yesterday, and their next match is this Thursday. That's all for this sports update. Now back to the anchors.
That's all we have for this week's show, Bobcats.
Make sure to check out all the latest articles at thesagenews.com and take a look at our social media.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of The Sage.
This has been Isabella Bernabeo
And Lulu Horne,
reporting for The Sage. We'll see you next week.